Keep politics out of games. How many times have you heard that refrain, right? Keep politics out of games. I want my games to be politically neutral, apolitical games. I want my escapism. I want my fantasy. I want this. I want that. No. Okay. We're not doing that shit anymore. I know I have made a bunch of videos about this topic, and guess what? This is another video, baby, because I keep seeing this shit. And I'm just like, at what point do you think you're going to finally understand that politics were always in games? Because games are art created by people, and that usually means you're going to be expressing certain beliefs or thoughts or opinions, which is inherently political. Also, I want you to really think about this. The people making the games are also experiencing some level of political upheaval, especially now, some level of social unrest, upheaval, what have you, right? I mean, there are games that I've been waiting for that were getting delayed because of the Russia invading Ukraine. Tell those people to keep politics out of the games. Or, you know, what about the people, the game developers who maybe aren't being currently invaded by an outside force, but are still dealing with, you know, restrictions placed on by the government, like not having DEI in their company and having, like, reducing the amount of workers they have, or not allowing people to have HB1 visas come over, and that might be affecting their workload, right? That's politics affecting games. That can cause delay in games. That can ruin morale. There are, quite simply, no more avenues for you to avoid this conversation now. You have ICE literally banging down people's doors. People aren't going to want to fucking make video games in a society that punishes people for speaking out against cruelty. Because a lot of video games speak out against cruelty. You just happen to be playing the ones where you are the one who's able to stop it, right? It's a power fantasy. But that's the fantasy for a lot of people, is to get rid of oppressive structures. So for you guys to constantly complain about, I want to keep this shit political. I don't want to learn about anything in my Roblox game. I don't want to learn anything about my Minecraft game. It's idiotic. You are not the only person on the planet. You are not the only person who plays video games. This notion of keeping politics out of games is preposterous. Some of the best games of all time were heavily political. In fact, I'm confident some of your favorite games right now that you're playing still involve politics. You just view politics as anything that is revolving around, like, voting or, like, current day. And I'm like, that's stupid. Are you playing a game that has kingdoms in it? Are you a knight? Are you a peasant? Guess what? That game has political themes. Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 and 2, political themes. Political games. The games revolve around politics. But because you're sword fighting and, like, stealing and doing all this other shit in video games does not mean politics are not involved. Grand Theft Auto, political. Okay? Metal Gear Solid, political. Call of Duty, political. BioShock, political. Like, so many of these games are political, right? Because there's a framework you can work through. There's ideas you can explore. But people are affected by the real world. There's no one's game exists purely from imagination. No, you take things from the real world. And it could be like, I mean, I'll put it this way. Dragon Ball Z, Akira Toriyama, Frieza is a political statement because that's how he felt about, I believe, like, real estate agents in Japan at the time. How they were tyrannical, how they're just coming up, taking up resources. Like, Frieza would take the Saiyans, go plan a planet, which they could colonize it, right? That's how he felt about real estate developers in Japan at that time. That's political. That is a political statement. Because they dress up in a way that you don't understand it, or it obfuscates it, does not make it any less politically inclined. Because again, we draw from the real world. It's not just all up here. I just get so tired of that argument, because you know what it is? It's the, if you were paying attention to the Grammys, it's the jelly roll defense. We'll call it the jelly roll defense now, okay? It is when people are very obviously aligned with one political party or ideology that they know is unpopular. So when they're questioned on it, they just go, man, I just love everyone. Man, I just want to talk about, I don't mean to political my game. I just want it to be a game. Really? You're a VTuber upset about the inclusion of a DLC that's optional, mind you, about the civil rights movement. But you just want your game to be a game, but you're mad that they included the civil rights movement. Why? Oh man, no, I'm not hateful. I just don't like the fact that in the new Tomodachi Life game that there's a non-binary option. Why? I just want it to be a game. I don't want any real life politics. These are real people. People play the game. Someone wants to play as non-binary. Why can't they? Why does that affect how you play the game? Right? It's because these people don't like that. That's what it is. They don't like that, but they're too pussy to admit that. So they try to, again, dance around it. It's oh, I don't know enough about this topic. Israel's doing a genocide. What the fuck else do you need to learn about that? What studying needs to be done to understand that a genocide's bad? Oh, I just don't want to wade into something political. I don't want these games to make me feel bad. Why would you be feeling bad? When you play Wolfenstein, do you feel conflicted because the people who are being killed are holding your political beliefs? You don't think that's weird? All of this is always a way for them to just avoid the reality that their ideology is awful and harmful. They would do shit like this. That they're the first ones to be like, I don't want politics in games. Why? Real talk, it's because most of the time when their politics are expressed in games, they're often the bad guys. For example, how many games have you played where there is an oppressive force that is, oppressing people, and you're the plucky underdogs fighting back? Which ideology do you think is the plucky underdogs? The one that has the limited resources or the one with unlimited resources? Oh, I'm sorry. Does that sound too real? Does that sound like what's happening in America with the conservative right getting billions of dollars in funding and the people on the left having like a shoestring budget at best? And yet they're the ones who are fighting. They're the ones fighting against the oppressive forces. Because that's how it's always been. Like World War II, when Americans fought against the Nazis, in that example, the Americans were progressives. And now you have people going, the wrong side won. Right? But they don't want their side represented in games because they know they'll be the bad guys and they can't handle that. So they rather just say, no politics in games. Don't be political at all, actually. In fact, close your eyes and cover your ears and just let this shit happen. Don't resist. In fact, I'm going to be a VTuber who is going to get online and tell you guys why ICE is good and that check out how hot the ICE agents are and all this edgy bullshit because my ideology is bad. And anytime it's expressed in media, it's always on the bad team and it makes me feel bad. So I'd rather just no one talk about it. I'd rather just be able to play a video game and project my own ideologies onto the objectively good guys so I feel better. Because if they start discussing how, my thought process works, I'm going to be in the Mecha Hitler outfit. Now, I'm not going to be BJ Blazkowicz. And I don't like that because he's the main guy. Like, that's what I think this is all about, honestly, is they know that their ideology is dog shit. They know that it's either wildly unpopular or extremely harmful. And so they go back to I don't want politics in games. Even like I said before, that's idiotic. It's already been there. Too late. Try again. Or why do things have to be political? Because they are. It's art. Art's political. Oh, but I just don't want this in my game. Yeah, we know. We know, but you never say why. I mean, some of you guys are dumb and just outright will say that it's indoctrination, which is, I'm like, okay, dumbass. Rosa Parks was real. That's not really indoctrination. It's historical. And also it's Black History Month. Of course they're going to do that. Like, use this, whatever remains of that, right? But if they're not that blatantly stupid, then they'll try to do like, again, what a bunch of these VTubers are doing, which again, I'm so sorry. I know I feel like I'm picking on VTubers, but you guys have the most dog shit PR I have ever seen. Okay? Truly. Just awful. Like the amount of VTubers you run into who are like, I like ice, ooh, genocide, not that bad actually, because Israel deserves to defend itself. It's like, it's crazy. It's crazy. And I know there are a few of you guys out there who are progressive voices, but you're being drowned out by these fucking losers, right? But you guys need to understand something. There's a real reason why they do that shit. And it's because they are insecure in their belief. They know, they probably don't truly even believe anything, to be honest, just whatever's convenient. But what they put out, they know this is it for them. If people start to actually become more politically minded and aware of the bullshit they're trying to put in the games, they'll understand that the side pushing agendas isn't the, oh my God, the LGBTQ. It's not them. It's those fucking losers who were like, I don't want non-binary options. I'm mad that there's body types 1 and 2 instead of female, male. I'm upset that there's too many minorities in the background. Like, people are going to be like, you guys are fucking weird. And we've seen that, right? People were dogging on the woke detector list, right? The DEI detective, because it's dumb. You guys are fucking babies who need to be told what to play in a game because, they might have too many black people in it, or there's a guy who can kiss other guys if you do a series of steps. And they know that. So they keep pushing hard against this shit because if they don't have this to fight against, they got nothing. They have nothing. Woke is coming back, and woke is coming back hard for these people. Okay, I have a mutual, Safi. I just got 100,000 views on a video after posting for 5 days. Huge interaction, huge engagement. What was that video about? Calling out these fucking bootlicking ass ice loving VTubers. People are tired of that shit. People are tired of this ideology. They're tired of people going, oh, let's not make games political. No. We like politics in our games, actually. We do. We just want the games to also be of a certain quality. And that's something that I think most gamers can agree with. We just want quality games. However, their idea of quality is making games lesser, making games not challenge you mentally or emotionally or anything like that. They want frictionless games. They want games where it's like, these guys are unrepentantly bad, and the bad guys are the people who I think are minorities who are ruining this country. And that's the game I want. But in reality, that's not the case. In reality, the ones who are like straight up just evil are Nazis. That's why those are the easiest guys to be like, yeah, they're bad guys, right? Universally recognized as bad guys. Because they are, they've done heinous shit. But outside of that, there are games out there that have characters that are complex of different sexualities and orientations overall, and they want less of that. They want games to be this boring, flattened, fucking samey experience where they all have the same body type, where they all have the same goals and same dreams and all that shit. That's what they push for. That's why every time they critique a game, it's always along those lines. Oh, the dialogue is cringe. It's Marvel. What do you mean by that? Oh, well, I can't be objectively mean to people, so this ruins my immersion. Why do you want to just be mean to people? Everything they function off, everything they do is based off of this insecurity that they have, and that they must be constantly seen as powerful, and they have to see themselves everywhere. Because if they feel for a second that the world's moved beyond them, it'll be their 13th reason. You know what I mean? And it's like, at the end of the day, these people's insecurities are what's going to doom them. And you're seeing it. You're seeing everyone push back now against it. No one likes these people. I have a small online presence, okay? Especially, however small it is on here, it's especially small on other websites like Twitter, right? And this last week, I have been like ratioing or getting insane amounts of likes and views and all stuff on my posts. And it's just me saying, I fucking don't like you guys. People are gravitating towards that because people are tired of this shit. And if we're talking again, focusing on hyper online communities, the hyper online communities are tired of this shit. Like everything's falling apart for them. And I love it. I love it so goddamn much.